I come from a Boy Scout family. As a matter of fact, there are 3 generations of Eagle Scouts in my family, something I'm very, very proud of. The Scouting program has now been around for more than 100 years. They help the youth of our communities develop character, build leadership skills, achieve success in their future careers. So whether it's Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, venturing or exploring, Scouting prepares youth for life.
I was about 11 years old. I lived in New Jersey, Paterson, New Jersey, to be exact. You know, like most kids, getting into trouble, stealing, you know, making bad choices, having bad friends and stuff. Usual what kids do down there. So, you know, one of the biggest mistakes I made before I moved down here was me and a couple friends, we stole a dirt bike, which eventually, you know, we got caught. Ever since that day, you know, my mom wanted to move me out of crime and stuff and out of that area. She wanted a better life for me, so we moved up here in Hazleton.
The involvement in Scouting also translated for us into having our young men develop leadership skills, which we had not seen before in the school. In fact, what we found is that of those young men who were participating in the program, after a couple months, we saw an increase in their grades in school. And we saw more interest on their part. And that's because our wonderful leaders, of course, made it a point to say, if you want to stay in this program, you have to do well in school.
I believe Scouting is important for these at-risk youth because it gives them a sense of just belonging. When you see and you step back and you just see them working together, it's a sense of accomplishment and saying, wow, you know, there's the teamwork, there it is, you know, and if you can apply this in Scouting, you can apply this in life, you can apply this in school. You know, I don't want to hear I can't because you show me you can. So therefore, you know, continue to do the things that you learn in Scouting and apply them to your life, you know, apply that Scout code to your life.
I think that individually, there are different Scouts that have gotten something out of the program. Sometimes it's been confidence. I know I had a Scout where when he came in as a Cub Scout, I would ask him, you know, why don't you try this? And he said, no, I can't do that. I won't be able to do that. I said, I think you can. It's like, well, I'll try it, but only because you said so. Like, and then he'd try it and succeed. And then we'd take this next step. I said, you know, how about trying for a leadership position? Well, I can't do that. It's like, I think you can. Well, I'll try it, but only because you said so. And then eventually that Scout continued to grow and develop, where he did become an Eagle Scout. And at his Eagle Scout ceremony, I know I commented that he had always asked that, you know, he couldn't do it. He said now that he was an Eagle Scout, he didn't have to ask that question anymore.
My cousin, she looks up to me. Makes me feel like I'm doing something not just for myself, but for other people around me, and it's just, like they said, it's a really good feeling to know that you're not the only one making a difference in yourself, but you're doing it for other people.
I love this program because you get to be a great role model for other people out there, especially younger kids, like you said, family members. It's just, like you said, you're out there in the uniform, you feel proud, and it just gives you a sense of responsibility, and I'd suggest it to anyone.
Even if they don't become police officers, what they're going to learn here as far as, you know, the hands-on, the respect, the discipline, the public speaking. I mean, we make them get up and talk in front of the class. We purposely designed the program to make that happen. When they're done this, even if they decide to go into a different career field, what they take away from exploring will be with them for life. They'll take it to college, they'll take it on, you know, onto their next level when they decide to go out and become productive members of our society.
When I first met Louis 6, 7 years ago, our district executive at that time came up to me and he said, I have a boy that I would like you to meet. He's has a lot of problems. He's been in juvenile hall. And his parents are very much concerned with him, and he just needs guidance. He needs someone to lead him in the right direction. And he thought the Scout program, and the mom did too, thought the Scout program would be ideal for him. When we took our first camping trip, we went up on the Appalachian Trail, and we were going to do a sleepover for one night and a hike. And I took him up there, and we did backpacking and hiking and camping. And I said, you're going to earn your first merit badge. Well, of course, they didn't know what merit badges were. So after I took them up there and they did their hike, it was pitch black at night. Taking these kids out of the city and taking them up there at nighttime when it's pitch black, it's like, they don't know what's happening. Next morning he said, I can't believe it, this is it. What really turned Louis around was when he became a senior patrol leader. When he became a senior patrol leader, it was a different world for him, because he wasn't only in the role of learning scouting. Louis was now in the role of being the teacher, a phase that he never knew anything about. And from there on, it's just been nothing but positives. After he made it to senior patrol leader, he wanted to go to NLT, which is National Leadership School. He went to National Leadership Training, but along the way, he was taking merit badges and on his way to make Eagle. He wanted Eagle in the world's worst way. He wanted to show everybody that he could do this, including me. One of his merit badges was first aid. After he got his first aid merit badge, he went into the firehouse and became a junior firefighter. And not only did he become a junior firefighter and a junior fire chief, he wanted to become an EMT. So he took EMT training. And when he took the EMT training, at 17 years of age, he passed the state boards for EMT. That's what scouting did for this boy. Turned him completely around. And once he became that EMT, and now he's teaching it, he teaches CPR, he does a lot of things now. He is putting back in the community what he wants to do. He wants to put things back in the community. He wants to be part of the community. He wants to work with the community. And that's the blessing that scouting did for him.
As a chartering organization, we've heard Howard, the Scouts, thank you so many times. And in the Eagle Scout ceremony, I was like, it's us that thank you. You know, like, we don't do anything. We supply a building, you know, and our little bit to take care of the Scouts and everything. But they give so much more back to us, to our church, to our community.
I believe that a dollar spent today in scouting is going to return tens of dollars in the future, in terms of not having to pay for the incarceration of people, and having society members who are contributing. If one is looking for a way to invest in the future of our community, I can't think of a better way to do it than through investing in scouting.
The kid I stole the dirt bikes with, I know right now he's in prison for assault and robbery. But that's when every time I hear that or look at that, I know I probably would have been right there with him in jail. That's why when you guys ask me where I would be today if I wasn't in scouting, I say probably dead or in jail. And that's what happened to him. Joining Boy Scouts was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life.